No Film School's coverage of NAB is brought to you by Limelight, makers of professional lighting for independent filmmakers. My Road Reel International Film Contest. Enter at myroadreel.com.
Okay, so this is Joe. I'm here with Elle and Joe from Digital Bolex.
Hi.
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 So you guys introduced a few new things here at NAB. Want to talk about that?
Sure. The major thing that we announced on Monday was this Monochrome camera.
Now, for people who don't know, why would you want a monochrome camera? I mean, everyone can just convert to black and white or, shoot raw and, I can just go black and white. Why would you actually want monochrome?
So the resolving power and the way this works is completely different from a Bayer pattern. And the image just looks really rich and beautiful. And it's, for me, one of my big goals is a one-to-one relationship between the camera and the audience, where we're not big believers in scaling up, scaling down, doing all this stuff. We want you to get the best image you can on set and then show that in a theater at the same resolution, in the virtually the same format, going from RAW to JPEG 2000, but a very one-to-one relationship. And this is as one-to-one as you can get. There's no debayering, there's no anything, and it's such a rich and beautiful image that it's just really appealing. Most people that see it just go, oh, that looks really good.
Yeah, and having the debayering algorithm having to go through that, it does decrease the resolution of the image and it decreases the sensitivity of the image. And having a native monochrome sensor like we have, it gives you 1 to 3 extra stops of dynamic range, which gives you really, really clean images. And if you just convert to black and white from a color image, you don't get that. It also has more color fidelity. That is to say, like when you are changing from something that is already color to black and white, it might not interpret the colors and their luminosity and that contrast between different luminosities the way that we see them with our eye, the same way that the monochrome camera will do natively.
All right, so essentially, this is higher resolution, right? It's resolving more. It's resolving more, right? And you're getting more sensitivity, and you're getting more dynamic range. So that's really why someone would want to use, a monochrome sensor as opposed to shooting color and then converting to black and white. You get a lot of...
It just has a different look, and it may be hard to put your finger right on it, but the look of a monochrome sensor is just completely unique compared to color and Bayer sensors.
So we also have the PL mount, which is new.
Yeah, we showed a prototype here last year of the PL mount, but there have been some updates, and some of them are cosmetic, some of them are functionality. We have different mounting points on there now, but it's done and it's finished and it's going to be shipping very soon, and we're really, really pleased with the quality of work, and we're pleased that we were able to keep it under $1,000 so that it's a more affordable price point for people that want to use PL lenses.
And so also you're doing something special for backers in relation to the PL mount release.
Yeah, we're giving them a pretty hefty discount on that, so we're really pleased that we were able to do that as well.
And so the other thing that's new is the Kish lenses.
We designed 3 lenses, 10, an 18, and a 38, and they're true cinema lenses. They give you a really cinema quality look. It's sharp in the contrasty areas like your eyes and your hair and that kind of thing, but very flattering to skin. You're not seeing all the pores that you see with a lot of the DSLR lenses. A lot of the DSLR lenses are made up of many elements, and they really exaggerate the local contrast, which makes people look a little bit older and a little bit more tired than they really are.
They're made for still pictures to pop.
Exactly. Yeah. And that local contrast is really something that's important in that process. But in cinematography, you don't really want that. You want something that's flattering to your actors, and that's what this is. And the bokeh is really nice because these are a fixed f4, so we have this really nice hard-edged circle. So the bokeh area is just really, really soft and beautiful, and has these perfect circular out of focus areas, and we're just super, super happy. The color accuracy of these lenses also blows away anything under $3,000. I've been doing some tests with color charts, and these are amazing color-wise.
So now these are fixed iris, but it's a movable focus.
Correct, yeah.
And there will be a follow focus gear on here. This is just on here because it's a prototype, but the final version that is
will be
up for
a full
sale.
cinema lens.
Yep.
Exactly.
And so one more thing is coming. You will have a firmware update coming very soon.
Yeah.
So what would that be addressing?
We're adding a contrast mode to HDMI so that you can focus more easily. And
so now right now there's a log mode to be able to look at the HDMI in log
it's
mode.
not. I don't think we call it log mode.
So basically,
it's more flat.
We had a higher contrast view mode for the LCD and the HDMI originally, and people complained a little bit that it looked like it was clipping before it actually was clipping. So we made a flatter image, but now people are saying it's a little bit harder to see focus and see some things like that. So we're going to offer both. And then the other big thing is that we're going to be releasing dead pixel correction. So there'll be an in-camera dead pixel correction mode.
So if people are seeing them, they'll actually be able to fix them right away.
Yeah,
immediately.
Exactly.
Which is huge. A lot of cheaper cameras don't really offer that sort of thing. You get a dead pixel and it's...
I don't have to take my camera lens off
and
turn it off and put it down on the table.
Right. It seems like it should be something that's included in all of them, but for some reason is not something that a lot of cameras actually have internally. A lot of them you got to send your camera back for them to actually sample the pixels and get rid of it. So
we had always planned on doing it, but it's a how much time and how many engineers do you have kind of thing.
And so you also have new mounts coming eventually.
We actually have an EF on display at the Zacuto booth right now. We have a Micro Four Thirds coming soon also. It wasn't ready in time for the show. And we have some great rigs that are being built, 2 completely different rigs by Zacuto that are both pretty amazing. And then Wooden Camera also built a rig.
So now, in terms of the Micro Four Thirds mount, have you done any testing yet with the speed booster adapter?
I haven't gotten to the guy that designed the speed booster and I sat and we looked at a camera, and he said that he doesn't see any reason why it shouldn't work. And then one of our camera backers, Michael Ryan Gibson, actually took the front of his camera off.
That's right.
And set it on rails, set the speed booster on rails, set it at the right distance, covered it in black cloth, and he says it works. Because he had the right FFD.
Right.
We did receive a prototype Micro Four Thirds mount, but it was the wrong FFD. Unfortunately, it didn't assemble properly. And so I haven't been able to test it. But we expect that to be fixed in the next week or two.
Great. So the last thing I don't think we talked about, but so the pricing of the Monochrome camera and when people might actually be able to start ordering them and getting them.
$39.99, and it's available right now.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. Thanks a lot, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you.